One bright and breezy day, and the sun was shining brightly over the little village school where Emily, Lucy, and Anna went to school. The girls were sitting at their desks in the classroom, eagerly waiting for Miss Butterworth, their teacher, to announce the day's lesson. "Now, girls," Miss Butterworth said with a smile, "today we are going to learn something quite special. We're going to learn how to spin and weave, just like the people in olden times did." Emily's eyes lit up. Spinning and weaving, how exciting! Lucy, who loved making things with her hands, clapped her hands together. "That sounds like so much fun. I've always wanted to know how they make wool into lovely things." Miss Butterworth smiled. "I thought you'd like that. We're going to take our lessons outside today. Come along, girls. Follow me." The girls followed Miss Butterworth out into the school garden, where the sunflowers were swaying in the breeze and the roses were in full bloom. There, in the middle of the garden, were several spinning wheels and looms set up for their lesson. "This is where the magic happens," Miss Butterworth said with a wink. "Let's get started with the spinning first. Emily, Lucy, Anna, come and try the spinning wheel." The girls rushed over, their hearts full of excitement. Emily, being the bravest, was the first to sit down at the spinning wheel. Miss Butterworth showed her how to twist the wool slowly and carefully until it turned into a long, fine thread. "Spin it slowly and gently, Emily," Miss Butterworth advised. "And don't forget to keep a steady hand. The wool will twist into a lovely yarn." Emily took a deep breath and began to spin. At first, the wool tangled and knotted, but with a little patience and a lot of giggles, she soon had a smooth, lovely thread that shimmered in the sunlight. "I did it!" Emily exclaimed, her face beaming with pride. "Now it's my turn," Lucy said eagerly, jumping up to take her place at the spinning wheel. As Lucy started spinning, Anna wandered over to the loom, where colourful threads were stretched across the frame. Miss Butterworth explained how weaving worked. "You take the yarn and weave it over and under the threads, like this," she demonstrated, her hands moving swiftly. Anna, always the curious one, took a seat at the loom and began to weave her own little piece of cloth. It was tricky at first, but soon she got the hang of it, and before long she had woven a small patch of fabric that looked like a rainbow, with bright blues, yellows, and pinks. "This is fun," Anna said, her face lighting up as she held up her colourful patch. "Look, girls, I made this." "Wow, Anna, it's beautiful," Emily said, her eyes wide with admiration. "I can't wait to make one too." The girls spent the rest of the afternoon spinning wool, weaving threads, and laughing as they worked. Their fingers danced over the spinning wheels and looms, creating threads and fabrics full of colour and life. The garden around them seemed to join in the fun, with the birds chirping merrily and the wind playing with the leaves of the trees. As the sun began to set, Miss Butterworth called them over for a break. The girls sat down on the soft grass, nibbling on apple slices and sharing stories about their spinning and weaving adventures. "I think I could spin and weave every day," Lucy said, her eyes sparkling. "It's like creating something out of nothing." "It's like magic," Emily agreed, holding up the yarn she had spun. "We made this with our own hands." Miss Butterworth smiled warmly. "Yes, girls, it is a little bit like magic, and now you have a skill that people have used for hundreds of years. Who knows, maybe one day you'll make beautiful blankets, scarves, or even a lovely sweater." The girls giggled, their heads full of happy thoughts about all the things they could make with their new skills. They promised each other that they would practice spinning and weaving every chance they got. As they made their way back to the classroom, Emily, Lucy, and Anna knew that today had been a day they would always remember. A day full of fun, learning, and the simple joys of creating something beautiful.